Are we on? Are we on? Check one, two. Check one, two. Good evening, and welcome to a rainy edition of 5 a Day with Jay. I am your host, J.R. Murdock. Thank you so much for joining me. A lot going on. It's kind of strange. We'll see how this goes from here. Anyway, number one, there might be a little noise in the background. There is thunder. There is lightning. It is raining really bad out in El Cajon, California. So if you hear a rumble or two, it's not my tummy, it's the thunder. Welcome to a freshly washed 5 a Day with Jay. I am your host, J.R. Murdock. Thank you so much for joining me. What a wonderful evening. This may be an abbreviated 5 a Day with Jay. I don't know yet. We will find out because it is coming down, raining cats and dogs. If we lose power, show's over. We might not get to all five. For this reason, that's why I'm not doing by the numbers tonight. I won't be doing by the numbers. We will do by the numbers tomorrow. Tomorrow will be by the numbers. I apologize for the darkness. I'm just checking the levels, making sure everything's okay. Looks like everything's good. All right. Anyway, number two, puppy update. Puppy got to go play with TJ yesterday. Had a great time running, playing, chasing, everything. She's becoming more adjusted. I'm surprised with the rain and the thunder and the lightning. She's perfectly fine. As I said, and you might have been able to hear, it's loud. It's rather loud. And I thought it might get to her. It might bother her. Apparently, nope. She's fine with thunder, lightning, and rain. Who knew? She's terrified of cars. Fine with the weather. Go figure. Them's dogs. Number three. We got lots of birds in the tree. We got lots of food for the bird feeder. I'm trying to figure out what to do about Mr. Hawk that comes by. Because if you follow me on other social medias, I've posted pictures of Mr. Hawk, who has come to visit almost every single day. I have no idea what to do about him. He comes, he chases all the birds away, he hangs out for a while, and then he flies away. I haven't seen him catch anything, which is good. I'd rather not. If he's nature, I understand. I'd rather not see him catch anything. I did see him catch something once. I thought I saw a much smaller looking hawk before, but it was behind all of the branches and I really couldn't make it out very well. Don't know where he went, don't know where he came from. I guess we'll find out. At any rate, speaking of birds of prey, there's also an owl that's hanging out in the neighborhood. It loves to sit in this tree. And if you know anything about owls, you know they are as quiet as can be when they fly around. So I'll hear it in this tree. I'll hear it over here. I'll hear it over there. I'll hear it across the street. I'll hear it back in this tree. And I know it's not multiple owls flying around because I stood there and watched and I saw it fly out of the tree one evening and into another area and then whoo, whoo. I'm like, okay, hey, Mr. Owl. Owls eat small rodents, not large things, so I'm not worried about it getting the dogs or anything like that. The hawk, it's going after birds. I don't know if it eats small rodents or whatnot, but it's also, I'm not worried about it going after the dog. The dog will most likely chase it away. Gracie's a bigger dog. She's sitting down here below the desk right now, taking herself a little nap, as she does throughout the day. We'll get up and go have some dinner in a moment. We'll see how that goes. So, Owl was number four. Number five, thunder and lightning. I thought I'd share a story from when I was a kid. When I was young, growing up in Minnesota, we used to love rainy days. On a weekend, on a warm, rainy afternoon, you've still got light out. It's raining. Yes, you've got thunder and lightning, but we were kids growing up in the woods. Thunder and lightning didn't concern us much. But we would always go outside and play in the rain. We would go out and just whatever swim trunks we had, and we would go swim in mud puddles and go sliding down the path that went from the front acre to the back acre. And we had a muddy path, and we just run and that was our slip and slide when we were kids. We'd slide through the grass in the front yard. It didn't matter what, we didn't need anything fancy, but we would always have fun in the rain. We would get caked in mud head to toe. I mean, we would take mud and put it on ourselves. I mean, that's just what we did as kids. We would play with our toys in the rain. So many times I can't tell you, I would lose toys because I would be playing with them in a mud puddle, forget I would leave them in the mud puddle. A few days later, obviously the mud puddle dries up and the mud would settle and bury the toys. So it might not be until the next rainy day that I'd go out and start playing in the mud puddle and be like, hey, I forgot about this toy. All the time. And my mom loved the fact that we would go outside and play. What she didn't love was that we would get absolutely filthy head to toe. So we would come to the back door to come back inside. My mom would be like, nope, 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 nope. You kids stand right outside. And she would get the hose and she would literally hose us off. Don't know if you heard that one. That was a good one. That was close. That was a close one. They're loud. They're really loud and really close. At any rate, that's what my mom would do. She'd get out the hose and she would hose us off. And the one thing about it is as I've said before, we grew up in the sticks. We grew up in the middle of nowhere. So when I say she would turn on the hose, we're talking well water. We're talking groundwater from way down, and it is freezing cold well water. When you're in the rain and it's coming down and it's warm summer rain, that's different. When Ma gets the hose out and she's hosing you down with that ice cold water, oh my. And she would bring us the shampoo. We would, shampoo outside and, just wash ourselves off. And she'd give us towels and we'd dry off and she'd like, okay, go get yourselves changed. And we'd go inside. She would have us some, something to warm us up, something to eat. It was a lot of fun. It really was. We had a really good time doing that. Like I said, it was strange. It was a different time. I couldn't imagine, well, I say I couldn't imagine, but my favorite daughter has gone outside in the rain to play, and she recorded a video about it. I could probably track it down and share it out. It was absolutely freaking hilarious. But she wasn't like the way we were when we were younger. Like I said, growing up the woods, it's what you do. Played outside. It's what you did. And when you were done, you came inside, cleaned up, and you went for it. At any rate, it sounds like the rain is slowing down. I'm still going to keep this a short episode this evening, just in case. I do have By the Numbers ready. We will do By the Numbers tomorrow. As I said, I could do them tonight, but with the way the thunder and lightning is going, this could end at any moment. And I'd rather be done, move on. We'll do that. We'll do this again tomorrow. My apologies for being short, but thank you so much for joining me. It's been 5 Day with Jay. Before we lose any power, thank you for joining me.